example of a tree with a steel barricade around it which serves no purpose whatsoever and detracts an awful lot from the aesthetics. In the background we can see the GO Transit Terminal. Here is an example of where the barricades have been recently removed from the trees. They look much, much better. Also across the street we see a vacant site which took 2 years to demolish a derelict building. Because this site, or the former building on this site, was left derelict for 2 years, it left a very negative impression on a lot of the people that went by this very busy corner. This is where the bus depots stopped. Next to the old derelict site, we see the Department of National Defense, the McLaughlin Armory. The Army is a beautiful structure. Again, another example of excellent architecture. However, more recently, there has been erected around the surrounding lot a string fence which detracts greatly from this neighborhood. Don't we deserve better than a string fence? If you think so, then you should write to the Ontario Regiment, 53 Simcoe Street North, Oshawa, Ontario, or phone 723-3451 and complain about this awful looking fence. Here we have the Queen's Hotel. It is owned by the city and it was scheduled to be demolished in September 1988 according to our alderman. This is October 23rd, 1988 and still left standing. This is the site of a proposed bus depot which many of our residents are opposed and must lobby very strongly against it if need be. One of the aldermen on council claimed that this hotel should not be demolished because it is the only drinking man's hotel in Oshawa. Do we really want it next to McLaughlin Square? Or should it be located next to his home? In recent weeks, a mugging was reported just outside this hotel. Is this what we want in our neighborhood? Was this not supposed to be demolished September 1988? We're returning back to the derelict site just south of McLaughlin Armory. This is an example of junk being left idle. This is a reflection on our neighborhood. Shouldn't something be done about this? And soon? Vandalism is a problem in the downtown core. What is needed is more police protection. Maintenance by the Public Works Department must be improved. Here we have the site of a tree that's been missing for at least 2 years. Why has it not been replaced? Street benches are unpainted and filthy. Here is another example. Lack of maintenance. A barricade around a tree stump. This is not what we want in our downtown core. Laneways are generally full of junk and garbage and do not bode well for this area.
Can you believe this?
This is early Sunday morning. It appears as though this bike has been left here overnight. What we need is more bicycle racks. This is our main east-west artery. People passing through the city are not impressed by seeing sights such as these. Is there any purpose for that pipe? And here again we have a poor example of derelict car right along our main street. Garbage is left on city sidewalks on the main street. As well, the limited garbage cans that we do have on the sidewalks lack any signs on them whatsoever. What we should have is signs encouraging the citizens to keep their city clean with the Oshawa logo on it. Without this encouragement, Public Works will be spending money on things such as $80,000 sidewalk cleaners and cleaning up on the irresponsible citizens that continue to litter our streets. The litter bylaw should be enforced, and City Council should make a campaign of it. We will not put up with garbage on our streets any longer. Last month, looking at it from the rear. In a petition presented to the Oshawa Planning Department's public meeting held on September 15, 1988, Item 2 read, "Remove all steel barricading from city parking lots and replace them with curbs and trees." The petition was a success in that 15 pages of signatures from McLaughlin Square were collected. Thanks to the residents who took the time to listen and sign the petition. However, I would like to point out that just last week, 2 more parking spaces were added to this parking lot behind the Queen's Hotel. And as you can see, they have erected the steel barricading. Is there any purpose to the steel barricading? Would it not look better just with concrete curbing? Is this not an eyesore? Do they not listen at City Hall? Is this not more expensive than concrete curbing? If you think so, phone your candidates. Please. We are looking east on Richmond Street. This is a very familiar sight. What we would like to point out, and what most residents know, is that there is lack of grass and trees. All we see is concrete and pavement. This area has been neglected for far too long. What we must demand is more landscaping for the immediate vicinity. Again, this is another familiar site directly south of McLaughlin Square. There is a proposed high-density condominium complex which was supposed to have started in the spring of 1988. Nothing has started on this site as of yet, and it is not anticipated that it will in the near future, from rumors heard. The reason, it appears, is the lack of demand. If there is no demand, then the developer cannot proceed, and we will constantly have an eyesore around us. Weeds are never cut, fences are broken, and as one individual put it at a public meeting, it looks like Harlem. "18 Ontario Street, a private property. A laundry having been in business for many years, at least 40, and it looked derelict back then, and it still does. It hasn't improved with age. Can they not be encouraged to improve the building?" "44 Ontario Street, the epitome of the slum landlord. An eyesore in the very core of the downtown area, just 1 block away from McLaughlin Square.